Hello and welcome to Brighton Maths at Home. Today we're going to do a game based on multiplication and times, but it's a game using arrays and it's called Claim Your Squares. So let's move this down. Okay, now hopefully you can see that we've got squared paper here. This game isn't necessarily about remembering times table facts, although it could be useful to remember some. It is really a game about how you draw arrays for different times table questions. So I think what I'm going to do is just get straight into it. The two numbers I roll will be multiplied together and I'll show you how you can draw that. At the end of the game, you can count out how many squares you've got and the one with the most is the winner. So let me show you how that works. I've just rolled 4 times 1 or 1 times 4. Does it matter which I draw? No. Is one better than the other?
Nope.
They're both the same, aren't they? So I rolled 1 times 4 and I'm going to draw 4 lots of 1. I'm using this pen because that other pen wasn't working. And these squares are now mine. They're orange. I've claimed them. So these squares here are mine. I'm going to, in fact, colour them right in so you can really see I've got those. Now, my youngest son is going to roll the dice. What have you got there?
3 and 3.
So I'm not sure if you could see that, so I'll hold those up. He's going to do, what was your question then? Tell me as a times.
3 times 3.
He's doing 3 times 3.
Like that.
That's one lot of 3. That's another lot of 3. But they make them all into one array. So if you join that middle one into it, that's it. And if you look at, yeah, so now you've got 3 lots of 3. And you can colour that whole square in. Now, if I was to ask you how much 3 times 3 was, I think you know, don't you? How much is 3 times 3?
3 times 3 is 9.
If you didn't know though, this array that you've drawn would be a good way to find out because the picture that you've drawn, 3 lots of 3, shows that 3 times 3 is 9. Right, whilst my youngest son finishes colouring in his little array which shows 3 times 3, I'm going to do, I've got 3 times 1. I could draw 3 lots of 1 or 1 lot of 3. I'm going to draw 1 lot of 3. My 3 would look like this. I've only got one of them. Bit of a wobbly line, but you get the point. So I've won that one. Let's see what my youngest son wins. So far I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 squares.
I'll roll that one again.
Roll that one again.
Sorry.
Look. That's all right.
2.
So you're going to draw 2 times 2. So he draws a 2 and another 2. And what does 2 times 2 make?
4.
So we can see, we look at my youngest son's drawing. We've got a 2 and another 2. So that shows you the 4 squares. I'm going to have one more go and then we'll work out what our totals are. Hopefully it won't. Oh. I'm going to roll that one again because I really want to demonstrate something that's not just times 1. I've rolled a 5 and a 3. So I could draw 3 lots of 5 or 5 lots of 3. I'm going to draw 5s. So this is what a 5 looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a 5. But I don't just want 1 5. And I don't just want 2 5s. I actually want 3 5s. So 3 5s would look like this. I'm going to colour in my 3 5s. If I wanted to work out what 3 5s were and I didn't know, I could count all the squares there just in ones like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on until I got the answer. But what's a better way to count these?
Oh, just do 5, 10, 15.
5, 10, 15. Or we've been learning the 5 times table. Maybe you can come straight out and say that 5 times 3 is 15. Right, let's see what my youngest son gets with his third roll. I think we should roll the 1 again. We've had too many 1s.
I haven't had a 1 yet.
Well, I think you should roll it again. 2. You can either draw, he's got a 6 and a 2. You can either draw 2 6s or 6 2s. Both would be correct. And we know that because we know those 2 times table facts have the same answer. What did you draw there? What would you say you drew? Is that 6 2s?
12.
Yeah, there are 12 there. Did you draw 6 2s or 2
Yeah.
6s?
Both.
Yeah, good answer,
one.
both. It depends which way you look at it to think about what it might be. Right, so now, whilst you're doing this, what you could do as you're going along, you could actually put the totals by each one. So I could write a 4, it's going to be upside down for you, I know. A 3 there and a 15 here. As well. Oh, you've done it upside down for the camera, you're so clever. Very good. Can you do this one upside down?
12.
Yeah. Apologies that I wasn't quite so skilled in doing that. Then to find out your total, it becomes an add question. If you don't have a better way, you should always start with a big number, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. But you might find you've got a better way. My final score is 22. What's your final score?
12 plus 9 is 21.
Let's just show, because some younger children might not know the answer straight away, so I'll do the counting way. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Good, yeah, we're on 21.
And then plus 4 is 25.
So 21 add 4, you might know 1 add 4 is 5, you might get there. If you don't, you can count on 21, 22, 23, 24, 25.
Or
So
you could do
you
plus
got,
1.
you could, yes. You could start on the 4 and add the 1. Or start on the 24 and add the 1. Lots of different ways there, but if you don't know a better way, the squares are all there for you to count. So anyone can play this game, anyone can draw these arrays, and just by counting in ones you will get the answer. So the winner, we've got a 25 and a 22, so the winner is my youngest son.